and you couldn't tell me a thing. I had this beautiful niece, and I said, if Bob and Donna Jean do nothing else right in this world, they've made Mickey Elizabeth. Well, a few years later, here comes Julian. And I go to the hospital, and I stand in the window, looking down, and I looked at Julian. Oh, cute little baby. He opened his eyes, and he grinned at me. And I've been wrapped around his little finger ever since. He was a charmer. He and Mickey might have disagreed as children, but they couldn't deny each other. And I said to myself, even if Donna Jean and Bob don't realize it, they succeeded again. A perfect nephew. Now Donna Jean and Bob raised children who marched to their own drum. It's Mickey Elizabeth and my Julian, and that's what I always called him, my Julian, called me Dante Paula. I'm not German. I don't know where they got it from, but I've been Dante Paula ever since. And the last time I talked to Julian was just a few months ago. The phone rang. I picked it up and I said, hello. Hi, how are you, Dante Paula? But I didn't quite hear what he said. And I said, who's calling, please? I'm a former telephone operator many years ago. And he said, it's your favorite nephew. And I'm going through my mind because each nephew is my favorite nephew. And finally, I said, Julian? And we started laughing. And as always, when we ended our conversation, it was, I love you, Dante Paula. He was never afraid to say it. He was a little boy. He'd come to my house. My son Adam laughs now and smiles to himself. Before Julian could walk, he was a scooter. He could scoot across that floor faster than anybody. He could get into anything. He liked good eating. He liked friends. He liked family. When I'd ask, who's that? You know, that's my best friend. Well, just as I had many favorite nephews, he had many favorite friends and brothers and cousins. He was a giver, not a taker. He was always that way. He and Mickey Elizabeth might have squabbled, teased back and forth, like all brothers. He got into her stuff, I know. My brother led the way. Of course, my little cousins, Donna, Jean, and Tony, they cut off my doll's hair. They lost doll's shoes. But I still love them. Loved them then and love them now. Julian grew up to be tall and handsome. Sometimes I'd look at him and say, oh my God. He looks just like his grandfather. Buster Freeman. I'd look at him again and I'd see somebody else. And then other times he would be sitting very sedate, not too often. Oh, he does have some of Bob Wosencroft in him. But he made you smile, and he made you happy. And as I sat here, and I listened, every once in a while somebody would say something, or somebody's spirit would say something, and you could hear the rustle in the wind, and you could hear the trees. And that was Julian telling each and every one of you, I'm okay. I'm okay. I had a good life. It wasn't as long as I liked, but boy, I know I was loved. Not just by my parents and my sister, and my grandmother, but by all my friends and my relatives. One of these days when I Spirit moves me. I'm going to dig out all the letters I have from Julian. And every one started off, Dear Dante Paula. And every one ended with, I love you, Julian. And every time I hear the rustle of the wind go through these trees, I know it's Julian. And he's telling each and every one of you, I love you. I'm here. It's okay. He loved coming down here at August meeting, run down to the spring to get some water, follow other kids, off in the woods, up and down the path, looking for something to eat, looking for somebody to talk to, looking for a couple of dollars to buy a hot dog or a cold drink. He was always there, Spirit. He loved August meeting. He just liked being down here on the land. His feet have walked much of this land, just as his Uncle Joey's feet walked this land. And I know he's there laughing and talking with his Uncle Joey right now, too. I heard it. I heard it. See? Starting up again if you listen. You can hear it. He's here. He's here in spirit. I want to read something to you, short. The spirit of the Narragansett people, the first people, never died. It lives in the rocks, in the forests, the rivers, the ponds, the hills, and the streams. It murmurs in the brook and whispers in the trees. The heart of Julian and all of these people were formed by the earth for which we now walk. And his voice, and his ancestors' voice, and your ancestors' voice, and your children's children's voices will never be silenced. As long as the trees are here, the wind blows, and we listen to the rustle of the trees. Julian was of the Turtle Clan, and we survived here on the back of Grandmother Turtle. People of the Turtle Clan have to hold the history, have to tell the stories, have to give the remembrances. And Julian, to each of you, is now saying, I love you. I love you, family. I love each and every one of you. To his mother, I have a small gift. It's a gift from the heart. And it's a gift because I love you. You are my sister. You are my cousin. You are my friend. And you always will be. Never forget that. This is a gift to his grandmother. Because without her being here, there'd be no Donna Jean. And without a Donna Jean, there'd be no Mickey, and there'd be no Julian. So, this is for you. And then, to his sister. No, he wasn't a twin. But he sure was a hunk of a big brother. And this is for you. And this is for someone who brought love into his life and peace into his heart and a smile on his face. And I happen to know that he said the magic words to her, I love you. So this represents Donna Jean, Nikki, and you. And I give you these in scallop shells because I love scallops, and Julian did too. So, remember, look around. I know there's another hawk going to come back. And listen to the rustle of the wind. It's here. You look up at this blue sky, you stand on this Mother Earth, you look at the rocks, you listen to it. Julian is saying, thank you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for coming and honoring me. Thank you for remembering my spirit. And now, my grandson Wesley is going to take him home.
Before Wes begins the flow,
All of those beautiful words.
I'm going to ask my grandson going to ask those that would like to say something to come up. And after, and then I want you all to have tobacco. And then after we say the final prayer, we're going to do the traveling song. And at that time, I would like everyone, these people that are sitting here, let's leave them for last, I think. I don't know. But everyone from out there, come around